You're not lazy. You're not weak. You're just running on a smaller battery than you used to. You wake up tired, you push through, and by afternoon, you're empty. And the frustrating part is, you're doing the right things. You train, you try to eat decent, you try to sleep, but the battery still doesn't charge to 100%. After 45, energy becomes biology. And at the center of that conversation is one word you keep hearing online: mitochondria. Mitochondria are the power plants inside your cells. They take fuel from food and turn it into usable energy your body can spend. When they work well, you feel like you have reserve. When they don't, everything feels expensive. Training, work, stress, even thinking. That's why energy compounds are trending right now. Some are vitamins, some are precursors, some are peptides, and the internet mixes all of it together with a lot of hype. So today, we do it the adult way. No hype, no protocols, no dosing talk. Just a clear explanation of three big names you keep seeing in the energy and mitochondrial health world: NAD+, MOTS-c, and Epitalon. What they are, what the science suggests they may influence, what is still uncertain, and what realistic midlife goals actually look like. Welcome to Midlife Peptide Intelligence. And quick clarity before we start. Not everything people call an energy peptide is actually a peptide. NAD+ is not a peptide. MOTS-c is a peptide. Epitalon is a peptide. The internet mixes categories all the time. We won't. Let's build the foundation first, because it makes everything else make sense. Your body runs on a molecule called adenosine triphosphate. Think of it as cellular spending money. Every muscle contraction, every thought, every heartbeat, every repair process costs adenosine triphosphate. You are constantly earning and spending it. Mitochondria are the main way you earn it. When mitochondria are working well, you feel like you have reserve. You can train and still function. You can handle stress without crashing. You can sleep and actually wake up restored. When mitochondrial function is struggling, you feel like you are always close to empty. You can still get through the day, but everything costs more. Now here is the midlife twist. As we age, mitochondrial efficiency can decline in some tissues. At the same time, we often accumulate more stress, less sleep, more inflammation, and more metabolic strain. It becomes easier to drift into a state where the body is producing energy less efficiently, while demanding more energy just to maintain the same life. That is why energy becomes a system topic, not a motivation topic. So when people chase energy peptides, what they are really chasing is one of three things. They want better cellular energy production. They want better recovery and resilience, or they want to feel younger without changing their lifestyle. Only the first two are realistic. Now let's talk about the first name, NAD+. NAD+ stands for nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide. It is a molecule found in every living cell. It is not a peptide. It is more like a cellular helper that makes energy production possible. Here's the simplest way to understand NAD+. Inside your mitochondria, you have a process called oxidative phosphorylation. That is the engine room where your cells turn nutrients into adenosine triphosphate. NAD+ is a key part of the chemistry that moves electrons through that system. Without enough NAD in the right forms, the system does not run smoothly. NAD+ is also involved in DNA repair and in enzymes called sirtuins, which are often discussed in aging research. The internet sometimes turns that into a fairy tale. NAD+ equals longevity. The real story is more grounded. NAD+ supports essential processes. If NAD biology is impaired, improving it might support function. But NAD+ is not a guarantee of anything, and it will not override bad sleep, poor diet, and chronic stress. So why is NAD+ a trend? Because NAD levels and NAD-related signaling may shift with age, stress, and metabolic health. People look at that and think, if I support NAD biology, maybe my cells make energy more efficiently. That logic is not crazy, it is also not magic. Here is what is often misunderstood. When people say they are taking NAD, they are usually taking precursors like nicotinamide riboside or nicotinamide mononucleotide, or they are discussing medical-style NAD infusions. The research landscape is active, but outcomes vary, and the biggest consistent wins still come from boring fundamentals: sleep, exercise, calorie balance, and metabolic health. Because mitochondria do not care about your supplement stack if your lifestyle is telling them to struggle. If you want a simple midlife takeaway on NAD+, it's this. NAD+ is a legitimate, essential molecule in energy metabolism and cellular maintenance. Supporting NAD biology is a reasonable scientific topic, but the internet often oversells it as a dramatic transformation. Realistic goals are subtle: better resilience, better recovery, and maybe better subjective energy in some people. And the best NAD booster you already have is exercise, especially aerobic training and resistance training, because training forces mitochondria to adapt. Now let's move to the second name, and this is where things get genuinely fascinating: MOTS-c. MOTS-c stands for mitochondrial open reading frame of the 12S ribosomal RNA type C. That is a mouthful, so here's the simple version. MOTS-c is a peptide linked to mitochondria in a unique way. It is often described as a mitochondrial-derived peptide. That matters because it points to a deeper idea. Mitochondria are not just power plants, they also send signals. They communicate with the rest of the cell and the rest of the body. Think of mitochondria as both an engine and a messenger system. MOTS-c has been studied for roles in metabolic regulation, insulin sensitivity, and how the body responds to metabolic stress. In research discussions, MOTS-c is often positioned as a peptide that may help the body handle energy balance better under certain conditions. Here's why that matters for midlife. Many people over 45 do not just feel tired, they feel metabolically tired. They gain fat more easily. They recover slower. Their blood sugar regulation becomes more fragile. Their energy swings are bigger. That is not purely psychology. That is metabolic physiology. So when MOTS-c shows up online, it is often because people are chasing improved metabolic flexibility, meaning the ability to use fuel efficiently and switch between carbohydrate and fat depending on demand. Now, adult reality check. MOTS-c is exciting scientifically, but it is not a mainstream clinical therapy. Much of the buzz comes from early research and the broader fascination with mitochondrial signaling peptides. That does not make it fake. It does mean that the distance between interesting biology and proven, widely accepted treatment for midlife fatigue is still real. If you are over 45, your safest and strongest mitochondrial upgrades are still the basics: consistent movement, strength training, aerobic base work, sunlight and sleep rhythm, and nutrition that supports stable blood sugar. MOTS-c fits better in the category of emerging science than proven tool. It is a name to understand, not a name to blindly chase. If you want the clean takeaway, here it is. MOTS-c is a mitochondrial-linked signaling peptide studied for metabolic regulation and stress adaptation. The idea is that it may influence how cells manage energy and respond to metabolic challenges. The science is intriguing, but the clinical certainty for general use is not the same as the certainty we have about lifestyle interventions. Now we come to the third name, Epitalon. Epitalon, also written as epithalon, is a synthetic peptide related to a naturally occurring peptide associated with the pineal gland. The pineal gland is deeply connected to circadian rhythm, which is your body's internal clock. This matters because midlife energy problems are often not just low energy, they are wrong timing. You might have enough energy, but it shows up at the wrong time of day. You get a second wind at night. You struggle to fall asleep. You wake up too early. Your sleep becomes lighter. and then the next day you feel foggy and flat. Circadian disruption is one of the most underrated causes of midlife fatigue. If your sleep timing, melatonin rhythm, and stress hormones are out of sync, you can feel exhausted even with decent habits. Epitalon became popular in longevity circles because of research interest in aging, circadian biology, and telomeres, which are protective caps on chromosomes that shorten as cells divide. The internet turned that into a headline: Epitalon lengthens telomeres. The more careful story is, there are studies and claims that suggest potential effects on telomerase activity and aging-related markers. But translating that into real-world outcomes for average people is complex and controversial. What Epitalon is most commonly associated with in practical conversations is sleep rhythm and resetting the clock, even though evidence and claims vary widely across sources, and not all of it is equally strong. So what is the adult way to talk about Epitalon? First, recognize the target: rhythm, timing, sleep architecture. The kind of energy that comes from deep sleep, not from stimulants. Second, recognize the limitation. If your life is chaotic, your screen time is late, your caffeine is late, your stress is high, and your morning light exposure is low, no peptide will permanently fix that. Your clock is trained by your behavior. The strongest circadian tools are free: morning light, a consistent wake time, a cooler bedroom, lower evening light, a wind-down routine, avoiding heavy meals and alcohol late. These sound basic because they are basic. They are also ridiculously powerful. So, the takeaway on Epitalon is this. Epitalon is a peptide discussed in longevity and circadian rhythm contexts, with research interest around aging biology. People often associate it with sleep rhythm and cellular aging markers, but the real-world certainty is mixed, and the best results for energy usually come from improving circadian habits first. Now let's connect the three together, because that's where the no-nonsense part really lands. NAD+ is about supporting the chemistry that makes mitochondrial energy production possible, and it also ties into cellular maintenance systems. MOTS-c represents the newer idea that mitochondria send hormonal-like messages that may influence metabolism and stress adaptation. Epitalon is discussed around the body clock and aging signaling because energy is not only about how much power you make, but also about when your body is ready to use it. So, if you feel chronically low energy after 45, here is the most useful question you can ask yourself. Is my problem more like low capacity, poor metabolism, or poor rhythm? Low capacity feels like you get tired easily and recovery takes forever, even when you sleep. That often improves with gradual aerobic conditioning and smart strength training volume. Poor metabolism feels like energy crashes, sugar cravings, brain fog after meals, and weight that creeps up even when you don't eat that much. That often improves with protein, fiber, meal timing, and consistent movement. Poor rhythm feels like you are tired at the wrong times, wired at night, and unrefreshed in the morning. That often improves with morning light, consistent sleep timing, and stress downshifting. Most people have a mix, but one is usually dominant. And here is the part that matters most for midlife. If mitochondria are your engine, your lifestyle is your driving style. You cannot floor the gas and skip maintenance for years, then expect one trendy compound to make the engine brand new. But you can absolutely improve how you feel in midlife, a lot. The most proven mitochondrial upgrade program still looks like this. You build an aerobic base with regular, easy cardio, where you can still talk in full sentences. You lift weights to preserve muscle mass and support blood sugar control. You walk daily because low-intensity movement improves mitochondrial signaling in a way that is surprisingly powerful. You protect sleep timing because mitochondrial repair and metabolic regulation are deeply tied to sleep quality and circadian rhythm. You manage stress because chronic stress hormones change energy use and recovery. When you do those things, people often report something that sounds simple but feels life-changing. They get their reserve back. Then, and only then, do compounds like NAD-related support or emerging peptides make sense as a conversation, because you're adding support to a system that is already moving in the right direction. Now let's talk safety for a moment, because midlife is where safety becomes performance. If you are dealing with a history of cancer, uncontrolled metabolic disease, serious cardiovascular issues, or you are taking multiple medications, treat anything that influences cellular metabolism and signaling with respect. Natural is not a synonym for safe. Trending is not a synonym for proven. The safest path is medical guidance and realistic expectations. Also, be careful with the language you hear online. If someone promises insane energy in days, that is often stimulant thinking disguised as science. Real mitochondrial improvement usually feels like this. You wake up a little better. You recover a little faster. You crash less. You feel more stable. And over weeks and months, your capacity grows. That is the midlife win. Stable energy, not manic energy. If you want more calm, science-first explanations like this, made for people over 45, subscribe to Midlife Peptide Intelligence. All right, quick recap. NAD+ is a core molecule involved in cellular energy production and maintenance pathways. It is not a peptide, but it sits right in the middle of the energy conversation. MOTS-c is a mitochondrial-linked signaling peptide studied for metabolic regulation and stress adaptation, and it represents an exciting but still emerging area of science. Epitalon is a peptide often discussed in aging and circadian rhythm contexts, tied to the idea that energy depends on your body clock as much as your fuel. And the most important truth is still this: the strongest mitochondrial upgrade is movement, sleep rhythm, and metabolic health. If this helped, subscribe to Midlife Peptide Intelligence for calm, science-first midlife content. No hype, no nonsense, just better understanding. And before you go, here's the next video you'll want to watch, because energy and focus are connected. If your battery feels lower after 45, your brain usually feels it too. Low cellular energy can show up as brain fog, slower recall, and that "I can't lock in" feeling, no matter how disciplined you are. So click into Every Cognitive Peptide Explained in 10 Minutes. In that episode, we break down the 3 most talked about cognitive peptides: Cmax, dihexa, and Selank, what they're claimed to do, what the science suggests they may influence, and what's still uncertain. This was Midlife Peptide Intelligence. See you there.